146 illegal miners have been brought to the surface as Mpumalanga police are hoping to retrieve more from underground a disused mine shaft in Sabie by the end of the day. Nhlamulo Mabasa has been tracking the story for us and joins us again for an update. Nhlamulo, the last count was at 130, now at 146. They certainly are moving with speed. I suppose around 10 left now, as you've indicated.
Bongiwe, yes, right now we are sitting at 110 of the people that came out. So what this means is that today the people that were rescued are 110, and then yesterday it was 41. So in total, the 150 that was anticipated has come to a conclusion. But from what we are told, with one of the miners that just came out now, he actually just said there's 3 more down there that are still left there. So this means that the number was no longer 150 as it was speculated. But for more on this, we'll bring in Brigadier Mdluli just to tell us more about what is currently happening, because there's also a bit of a commotion. Brigadier, please confirm to us in terms of numbers. Where are we now?
Thank you and good evening to you and the viewers. Now we've got 110 people for today that have been brought to the surface. So we are informed that there are 2 more that are still left there. So within few minutes, I think we'll have everyone that was supposed to be brought to the surface.
So when we're done with the second one, the 2 that is left, which now looks like the second one is about to come out, meaning there will be 1 left, what's the way forward from here? What then happens? Do we close the shaft? Do we move? What then happens?
No, they will still finalize the other things. Remember, there were some items that are believed to be down there. So we've got our operatives here that are going to continue. So before everything can be shut, then we know that we have everything that we have been looking for, besides the alleged illegal miners that have been brought to the surface.
Thank you, Brigadier. I think we're just waiting. From what I'm hearing from the rescuers, they're pulling the second last person. So there's 1 more person that is left. Bongiwe, as you could hear from the Brigadier, we're actually trying to move just to show you what is currently happening. We're actually trying to get you a shot of the one of the second people that are left. We're told the second last is coming out, and then there's still 1 more down, and then there we will try, my colleague has been trying to get a capture of the person who's going to come out. We're just quickly trying to move in, but you just give us a bit of, there we are. Please assist us. But as you heard from the Brigadier, the number is no longer 150 as it was speculated. With the 2 more that's coming now, I think we'll be sitting at 144, but he will confirm the number. But there we have it. My colleague Azwi is giving you visuals from down there just to show you, rather to give you a picture of 1 or 2 of the people that are left down there. Hopefully they're also in good shape and good health, as we could see. And we can also confirm that those that were rescued, they're already in police van, taken to the nearest police station, various police stations. As like I indicated earlier on, Sabie doesn't have enough space to accommodate everyone, and then from there they will be processed. As to when they will appear in court, is still not known. I think as soon as they're done with paperwork, there we have the second last. We'll just hear from him as to how many people are still left, because just so that we confirm the numbers. Bongiwe.
And Nhlamulo, this speaks to the tenacity of this particular operation, because when you and I were speaking on the first night, the rope, was breaking at some point, and then they had to stop and come back. But now here they are, and they really are literally at the last person. It speaks to their patience and tenacity, I suppose.
We on the last person now, and then we're still staying on the visuals. They're trying to pull up. He just confirmed the last second man that just came out, just confirmed that there's still 1 more that's down there. So we're waiting for the last person to come out. What number is that guy? Yeah, I mean 1 or 10, 1 or... You would know from that book.
And these are live visuals there coming to us from Sabie in Mpumalanga. This is where this retrieval operation has been taking place for a few days now. And certainly now, when you think about it, this has been a very difficult operation for these men here, as they've been trying to really just pull these people just from underground. You saw them starting with around 3 bodies when we spoke to Nhlamulo just at the beginning of this week, and we are cut off from her, but we'll try to get her back on the line as they bring up the last one, and then in order to be able to have a conversation with Nhlamulo on exactly you know, this particular part of the operation. As you heard there, when you really think about this operation, it really speaks to the broader conversation around illegal mining operations and what needs to be done now. The police saying that there's going to be a number of those who are going to still be on the ground, who are going to ensure that, you know, some of the operatives are going to look at some of the stuff that's been left there. You can, of course, suspect it's potentially equipment that might still be underground. A lot of work still needs to be done here to ascertain as to what exactly is going on, and also to follow up on the claims that some of the men had made that they were forced to go into this particular operation. So we're trying to re-establish a connection with Nhlamulo, and we'll stay with these visuals and really just bring you the very last person that is now being brought up. 100, and remember at the beginning they were suspecting that it would be 150 of them that would be underground, and today, just today alone, they've managed to bring at least just around 110, 111 of them, and they've been working since 6:30 this morning to really ensure that they finish up with this particular operation, get everybody out, and ensure that they get all of them, you know, above ground in order to start then investigating. So certainly it's going to be quite important that the police get to the bottom of who then, you know, these men claim to have been responsible, because some of them, you know, were telling our reporters that they came to South Africa looking for employment. They met a man who then told them that they can come here and, you know, have jobs. And now when they got to this particular shaft, they claim that they had guns to their faces. Nhlamulo, I know we have you back now. Let's talk about this last one who's coming out.
There is the last one. There is the last one. The last one just came out, as you can hear. There is the last one that just came out, Bongiwe. Still alive, still kicking. As you can see, he's in good spirits. Very grateful to be alive. Quite a celebration from the team here on the ground, from the rescuers, SNDF, SABC, all the stakeholders that are involved. But there you have it. There you have it, Bongiwe. We're still trying to stay on the visuals just to give you what we sing here, actually. So from here on, he will be processed, be taken for him to take these details to the ambulance and then to the station. But from what we could see on the list of people that came out today, most of them are Lesotho nationals and Mozambican nationals, and quite young of age, of course, if I may add. But there you have it. He's cooperating. There is his, seems like a parcel of his personal belongings. There is our last man. There. Yeah. There we have it, Bongoye. There we have it. There we have it. As you can see, we're just going with him. Just for you, for the viewers at home to be able to. Oh. We got cut off. They are still on our visuals, but we got cut off.
All right, and Nhlamulo, they're saying that they got cut off. Network is a little bit unstable in that part of town, as we have, been having some issues with her in the past couple of days. But you could hear the celebrations, even from the team itself, celebrating the fact that they've now gotten to the last person who was underground, and now then the work to investigate what happened here begins. And you can see he's wet. This is something that Nhlamulo was also talking to us about, that some are talking about the water underground and the fact that as they were trying to, drill and do the work that they were now told to do, rocks seem to then have collapsed on some of them, but then water also came gushing out. So now you then look at the fact that the police are trying to get information, but more of the information is now going to be needed on who then they claim forced them underground. And at the same time, who could then be responsible? Because the Premier, Nhlamulo, as well, visiting the site yesterday, speaking about the fact that those who are behind these illegal operations are going to be brought to book, and saying that they're going to leave nothing to chance. So as police then try to investigate what's happening here, you can then also expect to, see some of their operatives, because that's what they say, that they're now going to go underground in order to see what else is left there. And potentially that could be equipment. So this is the last man that has now been brought to surface and is being processed. He'll now be moved into a police vehicle, as some have been, in the past days as well. And then he will be taken into custody. It'll be interesting to see then if they'll all be fitting at the Sabie police station. It's quite small in size, as Nhlamulo has been saying, or have they now all been moved as well to different parts, including some of the neighboring towns. So certainly a successful operation, one would say, for the team there as they were celebrating. A stark contrast, one would say, as the guys are coming up, they're cooperating with the authorities. So in Stilfontein, where you then would have had a standoff for quite some time, even the matter going to the courts. So certainly Nhlamulo and Azwi, they have done exceptionally well in the story, really bringing us the live visuals as we're watching this particular story unfold. And now the work of the investigation continues. We'll continue then with installments of these developments there in Sabie.